What's going on, guys? Killer6, and today we got some amazing news for the in-game content for Wonderlands. Gearbox just teased us with Chaos Chambers, a repeatable randomized challenge that allows you to make in-game as hard or as easy as you'd like. In this video, I'm going to cover some of the finer details of the Chaos Chamber and give you guys some ideas about how the mode plays. So the Chaos Chamber is listed as being a 20 to 30 minute activity at its most basic, and it could obviously be longer depending on some of the things that you choose, but 3 randomized dungeon rooms with waves of enemies, then a mini boss fight, 3 more dungeon rooms, and a main boss fight. That is the pure basic part of this thing. According to Kent Rochefort, lead game designer on Wonderlands, there are 60 level layouts which will mix and match throughout a dungeon run, making for a nice varied experience each time. In addition to that, there will be a weekly featured run that everybody will have with the exact same dungeons and bosses, sort of like the weekly Nightfalls in Destiny. Now, what can you expect in terms of loot? This is one of the coolest aspects in my opinion. Along the way in these Chaos Chambers, you will find crystals which you can use on rewards at the end of the Chaos Chamber. Pour your crystals into one of these statues at the end that has the loot option you want, whether it's SMGs, shotguns, spells, whatever, and that will make the statue of your choice barf out a collection of loot of that type. In addition to this, each run will earn you moon orbs, which you can then use to reroll enchantments on your gear. Say you found a sweet legendary SMG, but it has an enchantment that doesn't help your playstyle at all. You can use moon orbs to reroll that enchantment. Now, the devs say that the reroll cost will be low the first time and then get progressively more expensive the more times you reroll an item. And this, in my opinion, is a nice change from the flat and overpriced 250 iridium to reroll anointments in Borderlands 3. Along the way, you might find these ornate looking altars that offer these buffs. Blessings are a stackable and can do some straightforward things like critical hit damage, melee attack speed, movement speed. You can further imbue these buffs by choosing the Queen Stallion portal at the end of an encounter, but more on portals here in just a second. Blessings do cost crystals though, so keep that in mind, as it'll mean you will have less when you get to the final room and want to use those crystals for loot. Curses are the opposite of blessings, obviously, giving you guys debuffs on you or boons for your enemies, making them harder for those that want that added challenge. These come in a easy, medium, or hard variety as well, giving you further control on your difficulty. If you do choose to take the curses, you will also receive more crystals for completing that dungeon, so the risk is probably worth the reward. Now, going back to those portals for a second, they say that after each dungeon encounter, you will get 2 portals that spawn in the room, and they come in 4 varieties. A crystal die that rewards you with more crystals, Queen Stallion's favor via helpful blessing, a gear die that awards you new loot if and when you beat the encounter, and an added layer of challenge in the form of a new curse for those who want to push themselves further. Now, if that seems familiar to those of you guys who played Hades, it's because it's very much a lot like that, and that's, in my opinion, super cool. I love having that option to choose one direction or the other, and that also plays into the variety of each run. Now, I'm assuming that the mini boss for each of these dungeons and the main boss will also likely have loot drops of their own as well, making Chaos Chambers repeatable for having a chance to earn their dedicated drops too. One of the coolest new features being added with this is a leaderboard of sorts. After each run, you get a screen that shows you a bunch of stats for your run, including your offensive and defensive stats, your kills, what class combo, your skill points, your hero points, etc. All that cool stuff is shown right there on that screen. This allows you to screenshot and share with your friends some impressive runs. Now, going back to the featured runs for a moment, these are going to be like locked in stone. All the things are going to be like set, and obviously the thing that'll differ is, you know, what class you're playing as and all that stuff, but the dungeons and the mini boss and the final boss are all going to be the same. Everybody will have the same buffs and debuffs, etc. And if you finish in the top 100 of players for that week, you will get a little icon on your victory screen letting you know that you finished in the top 100 for that week. Finally, at the end of the dev diary, they teased the Chaos Trials, but said that we're going to have to wait till closer to launch for that, making this sound like even more in-game challenge fun. If you would like to read the dev diary in its entirety, that rhymes, you can find it linked in the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section below, are you guys taking blessings or curses to make things easier or tougher in the Chaos Chamber? Thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and liking the video. Y'all have a great day.